Imagine picking crisp lettuce, juicy tomatoes, and fragrant herbs, all without bending, digging, or wearing out your knees. There's a simple gardening method that makes it possible, and it's been around longer than you think. In the next few minutes, we'll show you how to grow more with less effort, keep your body happy, and still enjoy every moment in the garden. Stick around, because the trick I'm about to share could change the way you garden forever. Meet Martha. She's 76, with silver hair that glistens in the morning sun, and a laugh that could brighten a cloudy day. Her knees ache from decades of gardening, and the arthritis in her hands sometimes makes even holding a trowel a challenge. But every summer, her backyard overflows with ripe tomatoes, crunchy cucumbers, and flowers that seem to smile back at her. Neighbors often ask, "Martha, how do you still do it?" She smiles, wipes her hands on her faded apron, and says, "I just garden smarter, not harder." You see, Martha discovered a simple no-dig method that lets her plant, water, and harvest without endless bending, heavy lifting, or hours of weeding. She spends more time enjoying her garden and less time wearing herself out. If Martha can keep her garden thriving with comfort and joy, so can you. And today, I'm going to show you exactly how she does it. Let's be honest, gardening isn't as easy on the body as it used to be. Maybe you felt that sharp twinge in your back when you bend to pull weeds, or the stiffness in your knees after just a few minutes on the ground. Heavy digging and tilling that once felt like a good workout now leaves you sore for days. And don't even get me started on the price of some garden tools, as if growing your own food needed to feel like a luxury. For many, these aches, pains, and expenses start to steal the joy from what was once a favorite pastime. You still love the smell of fresh soil, the satisfaction of harvesting your own vegetables, and the beauty of a blooming flower bed. But the effort it takes can feel like more than it's worth. If you've ever thought, "I wish I could garden without all this strain," you're not alone. The truth is, there's a way to grow just as much, maybe even more, without all the bending, digging, and back-breaking labor. And that's exactly what we're going to explore together today. But here's the good news. You can skip the hard part and still enjoy the rewards. No digging, no heavy lifting, no battling with stubborn weeds for hours. With the no-dig gardening method, you can create rich, fertile soil right on top of the ground, layer by layer, letting nature do the work for you. It's a technique that's been around for generations, but it's now helping people garden longer, with less pain and less expense. Imagine stepping into your backyard and seeing neat, raised layers of compost and mulch, ready for planting, no tilling required. You plant once, tend lightly, and watch your vegetables flourish season after season. You'll have enough to feed yourself, fill your pantry, and even share baskets of fresh produce with your friends and neighbors. This isn't about giving up gardening. It's about gardening smarter so you can keep doing what you love for years to come. If gardening has gotten harder for you over the years, tell us your biggest challenge in the comments. You never know who you might help with your story. Step-by-step hack breakdown. All right, let's walk through this simple, back-friendly gardening hack step by step. You won't need a shovel, a rototiller, or hours of hard labor, just a little time, some everyday materials, and a love for growing your own food. Step 1. Choose your bed area. Start by picking a spot that gets at least 6 hours of sunlight each day. This could be right on top of your lawn, over an old garden bed, or even in an unused corner of your yard. No need to pull weeds or dig, just lay down a thick layer of cardboard or several sheets of newspaper right over the grass and weeds. This smothers unwanted growth while feeding the soil as it breaks down. Step 2. Layer organic material. Now we build the bed. Think of it like making lasagna for your plants. Alternate between green layers, things like kitchen scraps, fresh grass clippings or coffee grounds, and brown layers, dry leaves, shredded paper, or straw. Greens provide nitrogen, browns provide carbon. Together, they feed the soil life that makes your plants thrive. Step 3. Add compost or soil on top. This top layer is where the magic happens. Spread a few inches of compost or rich garden soil over your layered base. This is where your plants will root and thrive, drawing nutrients from both the fresh soil and the layers breaking down underneath. Step 4. Plant and mulch. Plant your seeds or seedlings directly into the compost layer. Then, cover the surface with mulch, straw, wood chips, or even shredded leaves work well. Mulch locks in moisture, keeps weeds at bay, and helps maintain a steady soil temperature. And that's it. You've created a no-dig bed that's easy to maintain, healthy for your plants, and gentle on your body. No bending for endless weeding. No heavy digging. Just more time to enjoy your garden and more fresh produce on your table. So why does this simple method work so well? First, that base layer of cardboard or newspaper blocks sunlight from reaching weeds, so they can't grow. No more endless pulling or spraying. Second, as the green and brown layers break down, they create a natural compost factory right in your garden bed, building rich, fertile soil without you having to dig or haul heavy bags. Third, those layers act like a sponge, holding onto moisture for days longer than bare soil, which means less watering, lower bills, and happier plants, even in hot weather. And finally, it's perfect for anyone with limited mobility or joint pain because there's no heavy lifting, no tilling, and very little bending once your bed is built. This is gardening that works with nature, not against it, and it's proof that you can keep growing food and flowers you love without wearing out your body in the process. Last year, Martha's doctor gave her some tough news. She needed to avoid bending and kneeling if she wanted to protect her joints. For someone who had been tending a garden for over 50 years, that felt like the end of a chapter. But Martha wasn't ready to hang up her gloves. She decided to try this no-dig method, building her garden right on top of the grass with cardboard, compost, and mulch. By midsummer, her yard was overflowing rows of lettuce, bushy tomato plants, and cucumbers hanging like ornaments on a vine. The best part? Martha didn't just feed herself. She sent bags of fresh vegetables to neighbors, stocked her freezer, and even set aside enough for Sunday potlucks at church. One Saturday afternoon, her 10-year-old grandson came over, curious about all the greenery. Martha knelt just once to show him how to tuck a seedling into the soft compost. Weeks later, he proudly brought her a salad he grew himself. For Martha, it wasn't just about the harvest. It was about staying connected to the earth, passing on her knowledge, and proving that limitations don't have to mean giving up the things you love. And that's the beauty of the no-dig method. It gives you back the joy of gardening without the strain, so you can share that joy with the people who matter most. If this no-dig trick gave you an idea, give it a thumbs up, share it with someone who loves gardening, and subscribe to the Evergreen Seniors where life never stops blooming. And if you found a way to make gardening easier for yourself, tell us in the comments. Your story might inspire someone else to keep growing.